Good morning, everyone. It has been a few days since I have filmed. I believe the last video I filmed was of us putting everything in our little laundry shed from the cargo trailer so we can empty it out. And that was Sunday, I believe. Well, a lot has happened since then. Let me fill you in. Monday morning, around, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning, we wake up because my son, oh, poor guy, he's unfortunately hurling, oh, all over the camper floor. He woke up and he was just sick and he was just throwing up and had no idea what was going on. Um, so we cleaned everything up and, told him to just sit tight. We weren't going to have him go to school, obviously. But we went ahead and got the girls ready. We told them, go ahead and get ready. Y'all need to stay away from your brother. We don't know what's going on with him. About not even maybe 30 minutes after our daughter arrives, the oldest arrives to the school, we get a call from the middle school saying that she threw up in the hallway at the middle school. So my husband got up and, he went to go pick her up right away. I wasn't feeling so good. Over the weekend, Nelson and I got pretty sick. We got whatever our little one had. She had some kind of cold or something and sniffles, and we had been taking care of her, and, she was fine. She just had a really bad cough. And, but of course, we ended up getting it. So, and I'm still stuffed. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still not 100%. That was Monday. We had two sick kids. And then, and they were, poor things, they were just, puking all day long. They didn't have anything in their stomachs. They couldn't keep anything down. And we ended up finding out that it was food poisoning. They did eat something, them two ate something on Sunday that nobody else ate. And we figured that's what it was because nobody else had um, any stomach problems. And um, unfortunately, we've been living in our camper for a while, and we've been making do with whatever we can. And, our fridge is very small, and unfortunately our fridge doesn't cool as efficiently as a regular refrigerator does. And we think that I had some leftovers that, we had all eaten pasta a few days before, and it was fine. But then I guess something happened overnight, or we don't know what. But I guess the refrigerator didn't cool properly, and when they ate the leftovers that Sunday, it just wasn't good anymore. And they were just the only two that ate it. And that was the only common denominator. So we figured, okay, we really need to do something about this, refrigerator situation. We're trying to get the refrigerator in here hooked up as quickly as possible so we can have just regular, consistent, safe refrigeration. Of course, I threw out everything else that was left over in the fridge because I didn't know if there was anything else that had any issues. But this was the first time that we've experienced that in this camper. We've been pretty good about, we're pretty good about eating leftovers in a couple of days, and we try not to, let things go to waste either. But I guess there was something about this particular, my nose itches, about this particular meal that just went wrong. Anyways, so they stayed home both Monday and Tuesday, which Tuesday was yesterday. Of course, Monday night, I get a terrible fever. and I'm taking care of them, throughout the day as best I could. And by like 8 o'clock, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I need to lay down. I've got to go to bed. I'm not well. And I end up getting a fever and just I'm freezing. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm achy everywhere. Good thing though, in a few hours it did break and I didn't get any rest Monday night. I was up 4 or 5 times throughout the night. My lips are still so dry and I've been drinking water nonstop. Um, but I got really dehydrated and just it wasn't good. And then um yesterday I kind of stayed in bed for like the first half of the day. I just was not well. Nelson kind of looked over the kids in the morning time, but then by the afternoon, he was the one that was feeling bad. He ended up getting a fever in the afternoon. So then we kind of just switched places. I was taking care of the kids in the afternoon and the evening, and Nelson was in bed for several hours with a really bad fever. Ah. So last night was the first time that I started feeling a little bit better. This morning I'm feeling a lot better, even though I'm still just really congested. It just doesn't want to go away. I haven't been able to taste or smell anything for the past, I don't know, 3 days, which is really annoying when you're trying to make your family food. Um, you just can't tell if what you're making is any good or not, but I did the best I could. We've been, just eating chicken noodle soup. I made a huge batch uh Monday of chicken noodle soup and we've just been eating that for like the last 2 days. We're kind of getting tired of chicken noodle soup, so I have to make something different for this evening. But luckily by, last night the kids were doing much better. They were kind of back to normal, thank goodness, and they were all able to go back to school today. Um and then this morning all I've been doing so far is just washing all the sheets, all the towels, anything that they could have, sweated on, slept in, touched, just I'm washing all the bed sheets in the camper right now. I'm on the third load and it's just I've got to get it all cleaned. I can't have anybody coming back to that stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now, as well as just uploading a ton of footage that I've been recording for the past, few days and kind of organizing that and getting a video edited today. I feel terrible because I have footage from the house that I want to put out, but I've just been so weak as well as sick and just preoccupied with taking care of the family. I should have had a lot more videos done by now for Vlogtober. But yeah, it's just been one thing after another. So I just wanted to come on here really quick and just tell you guys just kind of what's been going on. Um, it's just been a crazy, past week and a half where we've just been dealing with all this. So, but yeah, I'll try and take you around today and what's left of it. I do have to go into town. I have to go to the post office. Um, and I got to pick up the kids and we're running low on groceries. I'm not sure if I'm going to go do groceries today because I have to go tomorrow. Take my son to an ENT doctor. Um, Something totally unrelated. We've had this appointment for about a month and it's finally here. Oh, and another thing that I had to do was cancel our photo shoot. It was supposed to be last night, but we couldn't, not with Nelson sick. And, I told her a few days ahead of time. I did say, I said, we're going to have to postpone this because my family is just super sick. We can't get out. We can't do anything. Plus, I didn't want to get the photographer sick either. So she understood. She was really sweet. And so hopefully we'll be able to do it next week. And I just got my daughter's dress, which with all the commotion, I haven't even been able to open up the package to look at it. This just has not been our week, and we're behind, and I feel absolutely terrible because I have some, companies that I'm working with, and everything just keeps getting pushed back, and I feel absolutely terrible because I'm not irresponsible. I like to be on time. I like to meet my deadlines, but it's just one thing after another. I mean, I'm very lucky that I get to work with understanding people, and I try to tell them, this is what's going on, and I'm always on Instagram like sharing like what's happening. I'm just ready for us to go back to normal so we can, finish this thing and just get ready for baby. So while I was here, I decided to go ahead and put a little command hook on top of there for my oldest daughter's little iPad. I had one for my littlest that's been hanging up here, and it's worked just fine. And she was supposed to actually use this thing right here, but as you can see, it's overflowing with books and stuff. So I went ahead and did that for her. And then for my son, he had this up here just like my other daughter did below, but for some reason the command strip came off. So I put 4 of those little suckers on each, like 2 on each side. Hopefully it won't fall. I just put it up there, so I'm waiting for it to just kind of adhere to the wall before I put his stuff in there. But usually he puts his iPad and any little tchotchkes or books or anything that he wants to have up there in that. We don't have a lot of space. I figured a while ago, they've had these for a while, but every once in a while they kind of fall or whatever. So it was time for me to put that one back up there. And I think I might do another hook, maybe on that side or maybe over here, like right over here for his little iPad, so that he doesn't have to put it in there and weigh it down. So I went ahead and did that. And hopefully this one will last a little bit longer. So we're back home now, and as you saw, we took the kids out to McDonald's. I know, and not the healthiest choice, but when we mentioned that to them, they got so excited. Of course, everybody was tired of eating chicken noodle soup, and I was just so busy with getting all of the kids' sheets and our sheets and towels, all that stuff cleaned up, that I was just so tired by the time it was dinner time. We also stopped by the post office and got a couple more packages, and now I'm just putting them in the cottage with the rest of them. I'm a little out of breath. So Nelson's in there working right now. He's got to do a little bit of work. We thought we were ready to plug in the refrigerator. Was it yesterday or the day before, I think. And he realized that the incoming power was connected to an outlet that needed to be connected first. And so he's connecting the outlet, and hopefully the fridge can get plugged in and working tonight, so we don't have any more food issues with our refrigerator in the camper that is not cooling very reliably. So hopefully he can make that work tonight, and we can get the refrigerator cooled overnight and then hopefully start using it tomorrow. Even though I don't have that many groceries, I have to go grocery shopping again. We've eaten everything that I bought last time we went grocery shopping, and again, because we don't have a big refrigerator, I can't really stock up on stuff. And so, yeah, tomorrow I have that doctor's appointment with my son at the ENT, so maybe I'll stop by Publix and pick up a few things. I'm just hoping we can get that fridge on tonight. One thing I do want to get for this shed is I want to get like a mat to put right here in front of these two machines, just because, as you can see, it's just a shed floor. It gets dirty and it gets wet and stuff, and I'm wondering if I can find like a laundry mat to put like right here, like maybe something plastic that I can wipe down and keep clean, because sometimes getting stuff from the washer to the dryer, sometimes they fall on the ground and I have to pick them up really fast, and I just don't want them to get dirty. It's just not the cleanest floor, obviously, since we're coming from outside. So I need to look into getting something long right here so that, again, I just feel better about whenever I transfer clothes over. I pretty much got everything I wanted to do except my comforter. That's just going to have to wait till tomorrow. I got the kids' stuff. We have another sheet like this on our bed that we use anyways. We don't really sleep with that. I like to just have that on top of our bed, just kind of protecting the layers underneath and covering it all up during the day. We take it off at night. We don't really sleep with it, but since Nelson had a fever, he was actually wrapped up in that, and he sweated his fever out in that. So that has to get washed. But that can wait till tomorrow. I'm just going to take this back in. These are the kids' stuff, and there was like a little towel in there with it, but these are dry. And yeah, now it's off to do homework with the kids. All right, so Nelson and I finished doing a little bit of measuring for our next project inside of the little cottage, and I've got some more laundry that I'm bringing in. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to call this a vlog, and I will see you guys tomorrow.